Michiao. Why? I have a simple message this afternoon. Na ohwe me title amede eto ho na. Title ni mu no me bisa a question be. So me say, let's stop the hatred and propaganda, confused nation. Let's stop the hatred and propaganda. Let me say, Andra me ye video efa ho. Ye na da sorry na say Ohini David on also ye videos or can freedom fighters ne ho or what Germany yaba ababa bechino. Ahomache, he was done raided and he was taken into police custody. Na asem no breaking news ne ebaye no me ye ho video. Me ye ho video. There have been development after that video, no? Which personally I'm not gonna go so much into the development and the updates are yenya ewo aha. But some me person me kaka crazy say freedom fighters, no. Me bisa, first of all, who are they? Do we even know as Ghanaians and as leaders of Omudi or my Ghana anymore? Have they even sat down and have they been able to find out who these freedom fighters are? Me per se, me true be honest, me name the freedom fighters chairman. The chairman of the freedom fighters, Dr. Rain. Me freedom fighter. So I'm surprised as yesterday I was tagged as a freedom fighter. I'm not a freedom fighter. I'm not a blogger. I do videos randomly. Randomly, I do videos and I speak with regards to national developments. Because in Yamani Bio, no Moshe Sana Air Courts will feel, the compare, the contraster. Na aya asifem. And it takes somebody who is really heartless not to speak for those Ghanaians. Yenya no more mu fie, Yanamfo mu fie, Ghana for mu fie are they going through this suffering. They're going through this suffering. So all my videos get done along the lines of national development. National development. And I'm happy to hold NDC and MPP both accountable. Prior to Andra Crampono, I did a video. Please, when you do come on board, share the video. Prior to Andrano, I did a video. In that video, I did mention very good law be MPP did by during ex-president Kufuor time. NDC used it and made the propaganda out of it, and also use it as part of their election pledges. And now, omode ebeyi drivers are who have committed death by dangerous driving. And omubi trasa imbrenim. Me can want some say it was a good law. Esesanka sambrano ijirama omaino as a country. Ijirama omaino as a country. We have to try and put Ghana first in everything that we do. We need to try as a nation, as people, to put Ghana first. Rather than putting party first. Nya yebeye biya no yembisa ye ho se ade na ye no eye ne kwan so ana. Ade na ye no, is it for the betterment of Ghana? Ebeboa Ghana ana. I'm not waiting for people to flood this page before I start the video, because the aim and the idea is just do the video as it is, and later on people can just listen to the playback. Enti eno ena me to me and who hear me. Ni aye no. Have we taken Ghana into account first? not party, not political party, but the country first. And no, any here. Or here, David, menene nkasada, minim the number. Every now and then, his live or some of his videos pops up on my channel, and then sometimes I listen to him, sometimes I don't listen, depending where I am and where I see it and when I see it. Same Trey Jonas, same Dr. Ren, same Sugar Drops, Frema shows. I think Wafayao, is it Hell on Earth? And I think one minimum. I think almost about could be kind of Mami BA. There are few of them. There are few of them, but almost Mabubo Diana minimum. Almost two of them who see her said they are freedom fighters. Almost can't Ghana asem. Freedom fighters ni nyina nso no omo say they've come together, they form I believe it's an association. They have a chairman who is Dr. Ren, who I respect and I regard him very, very well because he's such an eloquent man, very well spoken gentleman, very educated person. I've spoken to Dr. Ren in 2 occasions. I think prior to yesterday, me talking to him, we met at Fix the Country UK, where we exchanged numbers and we spoke to each other. I have nothing against freedom fighters, and I have nothing against the message that they do or the content they create. But all of us know, say, freedom fighters baku mienu bi omo message no is been very harsh. A year adults insult adults. None of us are condoning these insults. None of us are condoning say omo nkoso no mo nye Ghana mpanifo. Me, I won't condone that. Having said that, they know people within my network. Advise you. So when people are saying to me, go and advise them, I don't even have their contact to go and advise them. But nyesisi ye huni say asem to ye nua. And say ye de. Say asemato no if you say e bia or ye ni video no being passionate no obroni free bibi say a rush of blood to the head. In the middle of everything, when you have rush of blood to the head, say he's lost the plot slightly, and wakasa amanetia ubi. Inti sene nipa wakasa tia no na sem penifo na wakasa tia no sam penifo no aba. No mo si omo ba fano ako anase omo be twena so a. We should not jubilate over that. We should not jubilate over that. That is my message. And Nanua Etiam and Penifone, the question is, does it even warrant an arrest? Good afternoon to you, Emok, Nana, Eric, for coming on board and watching. Please share the video when you do come on board and like it. Nanona Wakasa Etia Obino. That part kitwe bino, does it warrant an arrest? And does it warrant say we have to deport him and bring him to Ghana for him to come and face what? What charges are they going to put on him? Meaning the Ghana Constitution, what it says about insult. But I know insult is not a charge that somebody can take you to court over. Unless this guy has been arrested on a different thing, then fair enough. Having said that, the message that most of these guys have delivered over the years now, majority of what they say is true. If you take the insult out of it, if you take the insults out of it. And not all the freedom fighters crying and insulting Penny for. Please share the video when you do come on board. And you're no more insulting in Penny for. So we have to be very careful. And we need to be able to draw there is a very thin line, very fine line between being a passionate speaker and making a video and being somebody who is just making a video to insult people. There's a very thin line. The reason why I say it's a thin line is, whilst you are making a video and you are being passionate and your emotions takes over, the emotion will lead you na what chia kakra na woko chia pepepa wan hwa no ano akoka bibia yanka. The unfortunate part ne say, as soon as abeka no asem no a drop we you can't take it back. Oko patch okra, it can still be held against you. Yaman penifo have to know say Ghana for bread. These boys, majority of them, and these ladies, they almost yaw and ekasa because of what they witnessing. They can choose even not to speak. They can choose to enjoy where Nyankopon Diomabedu and where they are. But they've been selfless enough to try and speak for other Ghanaians because Ghana for Yemba are being abused in majority of these Arab countries. Muni honomono ebijis na kwan ebo bra bone because edume bi ani ho. Jemema ejina kwan ho edu anadwo kitekite iniama eye nyamrasam edi awudie eye niama bone. Enye sanso a omotete computer so commit cyber crime. Commit cyber crime no so nam enduro so yesakawa. That tells you the desperation in the country now. The desperation in the country as we speak. And I believe, sir, some of these stress, desperation, pressure, ne jaw and a boy yibi, omuko kasa, no makako fom, ne fedia beya sem ato omusono. Na beya sem ato omusono. Mpacho baswa, no wa share video. Sisi ane Ghana ye krobia, ubiewe num kasa, yantageo NDC ya, yebetageo MPP. And it's a very dangerous thing. As I say, you share as on mine, near Sasa. Everybody is being tagged. And dra me kasa yes me a freedom fighter. The good news is majority that video is hit over 11K. And majority of these people can see the direction I'm coming from. They looked at it from the same perspective. It's only a few. And you always have a hands full of people who will say otherwise or who will come and insult you. If you do come and insult, and I make an insult in the end, insult in the and it won't stop us from what we are doing. Because ye mubi fi se SSC akasa. Anon trese SSC didi atem. No. It's not about insult. It's about national development. We will criticize and then we will make the comparison to the West. It is a sena omunso omu be fa in Yemeni bia no my propaganda or no my comparison to Ghana no. Typical example, I brought you DC 3 or 4 days ago, or do Germany, or Kojnap. I believe It's a motorway service station. On a coachre petrol boy. Say petrol yet only €2 on a ball figures in the account. Say oba a brocha in Germany, petrol boy thing as in Ghana. It's true. It's true. Petrol boy thing as in Ghana, but ask yourself, say, is the petrol affordable? Oh, Germany and I say a brocha. Time for the likes and please share the video. Is the petrol affordable? And is what you need to ask yourself. We drive to service station buying petrol. I don't even look at the price. I just drive in and I'll fill my tank and drive off. And many others, that's what they do. Why? Because we know say petrol no, the taxes on it because government put a lot of taxes on petrol. And there are different factors into your petrol nibo ewosro ewo ebrochire no. Having said that, it's affordable. It is affordable. Bisa who say sa petrol na odi bona odi compare the price of petrol in Ghana. Say Ghana 1 liter near 7 Ghana or the back ebrochire liter no times 2, which is 14 Ghana no. Ghana no nipa he any timito. Is it affordable? Ebrochire it is. Why? Because your wages are guaranteed to meet your living standard. Abano ton petrol €2 something. No, one making sure so say wages now also receive no is more than enough. Say betimi a sustain when it comes to your living standard. Into na buying asset what is called minimum wage. Now minimum say minimum wage is about £9 something. Minimum wage is about £9 something. £9 something. I stand to be corrected. I'm going to check the exact minimum wage and then put it out there so that we get minimum. Bacho, yes, you are there. Minimum wage in UK. Boom. It's gonna give me the figure. The minimum wage in UK is £8.36. That is minimum. Fanny say obia uncle school da or say onye da or say oko akwakoye cleaning work and okoye adwuma boni bia wolf a femfem adwuma fun bia. The minimum every hour no ye tuanika £8.36. We have what is called bear with me 1 second. We have what is called in the capital. We have what is called, apart from the minimum wage, you know, in the capital, companies are obliged to pay more than the standard minimum wage. So most companies will give you what is called national living wage. And the national living wage now in UK is about £9.50. So if you live in the capital, your national living wage is working about £9.50. So those outside the capital, then companies can decide, oh, we only stick with the minimum. But a company who actually invest in their employees and value their employees will say, I will pay you guys the national living wage. And that is minimum on your bottom. And imagine say ubi earning £9.50 an hour on a cleaner be a one co school that only qualification be a obi a wako school or qualification no, they are earning 5, 6, 7 times this kind of money, because £9.50 an hour is nothing. Why? Because obia we school we in the first degree police officer, let's take the standard police officer, a teacher, public servants. Majority of people are earning anything between 35 to 40,000 pounds a year. Now say on any 40,000 pounds a year, now over petrol station, now a liter of petrol a year, 2 Dutch marks, and I said £2 something. Not filling the tank. If I fill my tank, it costs me £70. I drive in, I fill the £70. Me £70 tank, and me use sometimes depending how I drive, but majority of the time within a week. Nasa. Untimi in fact 2 systems way and compare each other. Now you sue sap price tag now yeno and care honomon video and your propaganda and Ghana for. These are the things we're talking about. We will punch holes in these propagandas that they do. And can try and say, Nane Kufuado and as a president, no, and I say, I buy no petrol no more fear bruche de banomba promo yimuso. That's not true. That is not true. Second thing, a bruche petrol no. Baby, I could jaya and the prices of that petrol no or honomono. It's a highway. Highway be a petrol boarding. Because the government gives them the freedom for them to set their own prices. It is a old driver. You can drive and around petrol garages and look at the price tag on petrols and choose which garage to drive in and buy your petrol. Unless you are desperate. Unless you are desperate. So, moreover, also, no, the taxes on that petrol, these taxes come back to the system. Na boa or mindful. Nipa na auto petrol no oni adwuma abambema ni sika didi. Oni baby tia abambema ni baby atran watua ne dan kama no. For akosi so obenya adwuma. Oyare a oko hospital free. Ne mma eko school free. Ne mma ko school free. Say ne wages and so school atade nyina ya de ka homa no ne mba send didi o school free. Say the wages and hit a certain threshold. School atade nyina no. Yes, sign what benefit of GRG school atade. Emma ne mba send didi school dinner free. Ne ba full school bus free. Te nkola ko school a bus omo fo e wo London free. O for bus no now they call. You can't compare the 2 systems. So it's about time we stop this propaganda. Yakofa price near general price tag near their petrol. Near their propaganda on the petrol price near Toama Ghana for near their Shagana for 3 muno. But compare the 2 systems. Good afternoon to you, Nana Ewa. I hope you well. Compare the 2 systems. Please, when you do come on board, share a video, Namami. Compare the 2 systems. Yanka say, Ghana betima ye say a brochure overnight. Yenim say it's impossible. But the ye can say, we can start from somewhere. We can start from somewhere. Ghana a year, a yama yenina, a yama NDC, a yama MPP, a yama CPP, a yama Equadonco, a yama KWY, a yama GZY, a yama Obia. Because Ghana no, a year na kota there, young countries we are NDC. And I was who is CPP into what they know, you better one man boy thing, SUBia or your MPP there. In the same way, so that I yena essaya Obia channel. Obia channel. Inti boni be pana omo kase yam nya Ghana yie no anka mon kire me say anka boni ben e no mo aye. Anka boni ben no mo aye. I understand the insult no too much. In some be or omoka asefem. I understand that part. But in penifu wofie anka yemfre nkola ni bi so mo say nkola mo problem pa ne den na mo hia den na mo pese ye sana mo pese ye bu ma na mo ni njinti na ma matum ani asi ye so a ya na mo yi na nkola no enchiro ma adwen. But mu bu ma no in a way say obient mi nchira na adwen nya mo ya na mo ye munti obia ni obia bekem bia enkwase asem nyansa no nko a wo mutrim. Monso over the years, if all the people are complaining, that tells you, say, the people are not the problem, but you guys are the problem. You guys are the problem. We have no employer's right. Employer Ghana ni ye juma ewo Ghana and na Ghana ni ye juma o Ghana. Richmond Morgan, good afternoon to you. I hope you well. Ghana ni ye juma ewo Ghana and na ochna ya pamona uni any right. You are better fie. Uni juma nya. Na se uni score the better journey a kombe kuno. Because there is nowhere to turn. There is absolutely nowhere to turn. Nea ye kanisel monfasa inyeme entoto akwan emma Ghana ni company fie brochire ba no beji contract or Ghana no employ Ghana for or exploit Ghana for. They exploit them. No matter exploit the environment, almost say yensu, almost say yen habitat, almost say all our forests, almost say bibia, no more saying in area. No more form profit, no more fear mining, no more call. Ghana ni oye jumo ma busy no almost saying Janeho. Almost saying Janeho. It's been happening over and over and over and over and over. Aban ehwe. Aban fan hihye bian tu kwam na meka aban a enya aban we nko a aban etwa mu so saa. Mun fan hihye bian tu kwam to protect the ordinary Ghanaian. Hihye bian ni wa modia tu kwam to protect the ordinary Ghanaian. She be any ho. Or drive any drive or be drive carelessly. No kunipe waka na so no enwa. No, he walks scot-free. She nano mazam company explosive ma parke a good track and a track ye and nam neko. Se nam city so. Nyankopon kra na boy and a sa track no anko crash wo city beam. And can imagine the number of people are ebiwu. Imagine. Welcome to Diaspora Studios. Anoko Hassan Anoko, and I've seen who else have I seen here? Ankara, Afi, Francisca. All of you welcome. Please share the video for me. Thank you. We should stop tagging people. Good afternoon to you, Mary Lewis. We should stop tagging people. So, Obi Obeka Sebiano or your NDC, Obi Obeka Sebiano, a freedom fighter, Obi Obeka Sebio, you say. Because some of us, we don't even know where we belong to. I don't belong to freedom fighters, although I have utmost respect for what they're doing. I don't condone, as I always say, I totally don't condone the insults, and I will never condone the insult. But the message the message, if you take the message as it is, it's not a bad message. It's not a bad message. And I have a lot of respect for Dr. Ren, Sugar Drops, and Sa Omunyina Frema. I have enormous respect for them. Say yen penny for if yes ye say better in yama ye. Di nyama better to kwemu. They will have a roadmap of building this country. I believe, say, a lot of these Ghanaians, the youth in the diaspora, they will be happy to even be part of the nation building. Be part of the nation building. But we have a country, say, Yajama politics atiti yentem. Dividing. Politics in tea. We can't see through good things. Politics, any parties in tea, we cannot even agree, say, this is the roadmap, national development agenda. Let's all of us work towards it. Politics in tea. Politics in tea, or batanyemwa, or better fem no wa nyamiamboa, or bebu, o kolebu, and in hospital keka home. Politics in tea. You do go to operation table so na doctor ye mistake not the sick trial no o twa bebiense ye twa na bleed ya ubenya in hemorrhage ube wu operation table no so we will hold nobody to account. Politics in tea ye di adwuma ana position mo bi a obefo no nko an hu nipa a onya qualified if you saw what the party mu do the next see sa position no asen adwuma no anase oni adwuma no ho nyansa ne mpuntu obi o de be progress adwuma no na nyo onhuni onim ho nyansa obetimi move the companies forward no omotifie eni nti ye ndwuma nyina agu. Politics nti ya kwan nyina agija asai. Politics nti ene yensuo nyina asai. Politics nti yakofa foreigners ono mu tu ye minerals and ye di soldier for protection ono mu tuko. Politics inti aden na se basa. Politics inti ene Ghana kora ni school kra aye basa. Ghana kola school aye basa. Aye basa. We are running this country down. We are running this country into gutters. As I say, ye tia se ni who say, sana ye boomano, something has to give. Something has to change. Yen timin gusum boomano sana ye bunano. Because for over 60 years, the status quo has not yielded any result. Ye now any result. Ye now anything to show forth. Ghana beye a dikambedie echri. We started well. We were among the finest in Africa. We waved the African flag high up on our chest. Today we are down, rock bottom in the continent. Nothing works. Nothing works. No sector. Tell me one sector that you think it thrives. Give me one. Just one sector. You can't. Politics in tea. Omo mayenka. Omo beba no ma beji. Jayen. Obia utimu se ma bob braseno. Obe di watem. Obe jaw. Obe ka. In so much near ye me jakra ye a man a woman. A man a woman. Omo ne omo dia ye me ja. Omo ba no ma babe kan ye ja. Now a man a woman, I have message for you. When there is a social breakdown, omo brepa a man in collar. Inti a man a woman samum wa na mon fama ho den mo de mon kan bi kura nka monye din Now rather mobile baby the diatem, I can somewhere ja because o president nesiso, because o party nesiso. When there is a social breakdown, a ma and in color and a bre. Because men, and it is happening throughout all African wars. We know that. We pray say bibi sensi. A mema e repuma. A mema mema because men have some crazy desires. Not all men. But when there is a breakdown in color, any abisium and a ma any abisium. Inti mano ye kose face the country ye kose yen shishe niyama na mu majority ni kura ni ye kon e di ama mo ne nkola mo ene nkola because to my understanding ye the man e boomer ye the emma ene boomer. But now we have a country where some of our women are even, because of politics, they're so courageous, they will come and insult. Na mitimi hu emani bini comments on beka mitimi bisa me hu say nti we oni bema nete na bema no buni die na me bisa me hu that question no na me bisa me hu that question no yen ka say Ghana say ejanto Ghana mu obi antai obi awo sa current administration yi ba ye I was among those who jubilated on the street of London. And then, me catch them. Please share the video for me. Share it. I was among those. Monshare atem ane omo mubedi atem endrani na omo sambra atem didi for no. We need all of them today. Ye person mo ba no mbedi atem ne more. Ye person mo ba no mbedi atem ne more. Because the more they insult, the more we know that the message is hitting home. The message is robbing people on the wrong places. And therefore, it's uncomfortable for them. Yechinokre. Gane ni chinokre. Odidi mea nuwe wie. Odidi mea nuwe wie. Gane ni didi mea. Nani re fini nuya. James Kofi Kese, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you. Ghana ni di divya na ni refini nuya. Ghana ni di divya no fish at the end of the world no. Wa come do bia no you can go to hell. Enti ni empanifo etimi gina ho etimi kan samwa eye ja echne hiafo. Oka say fix the country, say fix yourself. Oka say no e-levy. Say Ghanaians can go to hell. This e-levy will be passed. Oka say say. Nyabe can be a ambenya and one answer no more to phone back at you. Most sorry, I mustn't call on game. I don't condone the insult, but I'm being sure the biggest insult is come from Mumpenifo. The biggest insult is come from our political arena. The biggest insult is come from people like Wuntumi. It's come from people like Kennedy Japan. Ojusu na TTV, etimi di DJ Jefatem, you tell me when I did time in Ghana as in Kennedy Japan. The biggest insult is come from the big names walking in the corridors of power in this administration. The biggest insult. Na mudi enkole yi ya mukitu ebia oh yembechi omo sa yembechi nkola ni nyina meboa mudi omo koye den mukuku omo ana mukọgbo omo ana mukọtwe omo aso ana mo baba tran Ghana o because munim say Ghana honom no ohoye hell ohoye prison na omo suffer. You guys you know it inti na mo say mo form mbre fie ye be ya me ye deport no abetran ha because you guys know say so just being there is a punishment. Just being there is a punishment. Nanka, yeah, she say current administration yenya president no champion human rights. So ye human rights lawyer. Inti ni efi se yen laws enye adwuma ni niema atete apansam nyina ono no ba be hyehye no abesiesie. Please share the video. Ono no ba be hyehye no aba besiesie amaye. Ono no ba be hwe education system no aka kire yen say hold on. What we have in place is archaic. It's not worth even reading those textbooks. Let's change the system. Let's revive it. Yemfe nyeme bin shem nyenyi nyeme bin thim. How come say Ghana Kolabiko School no okosua the names of ministers? Minister no ochra ye na dina foforo ba no esua na ndra no etwam esese okokosua foforo biem. Abrochire akola esua on mortgages and developments. Also on constructions, also on computers, also on coding. And collect what year 6, year 7, on approach on year coding. Coding, how to code. Me what year in Ghana? And young color is coding. Tell me. But your textbook. Yekosua samini honjom anopei obi de bakubi amane me bakubi a ewen na me yi enkyere mo ono nso ade bi a textbook bi a o masa atwero te se eye bayi o se ya bro so ma hyeda ono mo pese nkola no nso besua ade ama mo adwen ma bie just to keep them at the bottom no mo de o nan asi o mo so saa nso de a Yankopon kwan nim. It could be it's intentional. It could be it's intentional because they know say the educatiwa when be British but be take over in Ghana. They use the same strategy. They made sure say a lot of us in school. They made sure say a lot of us in do actually because the more we learn, the more enlightened, or the more we study, the more enlightened we become. And when people become very enlightened, they become very powerful and they become very stubborn. And then you can't control them because they then begin to know they are right. And then they then begin to seek more than what you are ready to give them. And therefore, they've set up the systems in the way he said, in Kolei and Akse. Omadwenu intimi bie to ask for more, to ask for change. Inti no mo textbooks samini ene ye de na tum se munsua samini ne honjom was in quality brochire esua coding. Je oman ben ye bu ni sa no. Oman ben ena ye bu ni sa no. Yakoka ebinom beka se ya no sisimra so ye di omatem. Atem didie no anything. Atem didie anything. Hena pa na edidi Ghana for atem esen Ghana for penny for. Hena. Uye Ghana ni na hospital na unisika ube wu. Uye Ghana ni na unisika odi betimi edi oba evra baby ube wu oba no ni future say. Showing recruitment systems within the forces. Abroche, you can be 3 feet something. You have the wisdom to be a police officer or army. Here you go, you go. Systems now. Abrofuni bedi yes no already two in place. Just to curb some of us not to be able to get into the forces and be powerful. No? Same systems are in place today for a country like Ghana. For a country like Ghana, same systems are in places today. Please share the video. Abrofuna sheda titino sawushepa in the Ashanti Kingdom, Ashanti Empire no. Ashanti for no me in tientia. Ashanti for enye nipa bia omososo wa. And there's within the Ashanti Empire no mo pa na no mo ye omani e dia no mo ye powerful because no they had the numbers omo. Omo yaka Ashanti Empire, and Ashanti funding kwa Achin 4 count, way 4 count, a crapping. So it was a big empire. Even Pepe 4 a womb. Na Northerners Nepal. And I omo ye Achin Akasie 4. Into Abrofone de Bibi 2 kwemu. Say, so we a tietia or this Hatr. Yen foul ewo military and I yen foul ewo any of the forces is a measure to curb a lot of the Ashantis from our forces because they didn't want them in the forces. Some measure no eguso Ghana for yegusu yisu no besi ene. Ya wo short in Ghana. Forget about military. Forget about police. Forget about all the other forces, just forget about it. Adenti. Obroni now this same measure never told on any crumbs see ano we a 2 feet crop foul. So for us on the field, you have the brains to perform. We have the brains to perform. Yempeni fogusotiho share all this. So we live in a country, if you are born short, you have disadvantage already. If you are born short, you are disadvantaged in life already because there are certain criteria of job you cannot even do it from start. From start, it doesn't matter the brain cells that God have given you. That's it. You are disadvantaged. You want pennyful ebu mine. Or manituya loss no more share. None of them can change these laws. None of them can say, these laws, say, or mine, these laws, ma or mine, in progress, into Yansasano. Yansasano. This is why in Kolano, a use West binomno. Because they don't understand why. They just can't understand it. They can't. They can't. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? And penny for 1 mile, or matter sit on my name. Or my chow mining me answer. As some see in one part of our minor. President, Nene, administration, or more reaction is different. As some see on other part of our minor, president, ne administration reaction is different. As some see on the other part be more. Sir, it's like different strokes. Different strokes. There's no unity. Muntimin call on my kitty penny for you, do my video, man. So Muntimin call my imbo. Muntimin call my imbo. Or mine Muntimin cambo. No, man, I have one eye bassa. Okoka ni abedi diwatem. Okoka ni abedi diwatem. Frustration. And a man calling the yes, I know. Frustration. They are frustrated. Ghana form by a bread. Oh, other Arab countries. A big common story now here now yem. You wish you have the money and the power to just go and take all of them out. Take all of them out and build a factory or build something massive. No, I can't say, Munya Jumawa. Nkolabe wie school munya Jumanye. The school ni kra ne papa mu school no mo kwa dan no mkosua. Omkosua samini or your friend is saying in the books. Saminio yatron ne sons ni niama wo books mu no mukosua. Samini. omukosua the names of ministers. Yadi yeden. Names of ministers. Yadi ministers ni mu den omo ye. Yadi oman no son omu bunu ni akosua mu din. Enebrem 21st century. Yakoka mo mayenka. Yakoka mo mayenka. Eno man atete apro na pansam. Emre bia anye juma. Emre bia anye juma. Sanitation, I say we don't understand it. On my sanitation, your sanitation system, I say, ekuye. And this is the time sanitation should be priority in your textbooks. And college about sanitation. Nkola is about environmental impact because we see anka global warming mo basamitibi. Mo basamitibi. Ntankomu sua about environmental impact. Omusuya about importance of our rivers, our waters, importance of keeping our natural resources and our forest. The importance of this, the impact it will have if we cut all these trees, if we destroy the bushes, if we burn them down. Impact says here, Ghana farms in almost everybody used to spray and was spraying or their control weed. You used to spray near the control as a weed control. And come share the impact as a sprays you have on our environment. The impact. Inti office school na koba, obvious school na, or you're sharp on what he's doing. Or you're sharp, or who you accept to family, or befa, no there to be mu. But yen chire omu nyina anti se nsuo monto no ho asunsan a obeswa ne bola no akohwie gum ni refi se nsuo no ebegya ito nti bola na de kwa ekudu obi fie ni mo na nsuo na gya ito na aka ho nsuo to a obi beyi ni toilet no ahwie gum yeni mpanifo beye law say every single household ye see a esese ye wo toilet room ese ye wo bathroom room it has to be a law. It has to be a law. Yet we are building on the shaky foundations. Shaky foundations na atete apro and ye building ewoso. Ena ye nije ho. Nti ye hwe. En ye kondoni. Ye kondoni sa ano man no asay atete. Asay atete. I say atite. Okoka ni ebebu. Okoka ni ebeyew. Okoka no mutata ankole. Enkwa. We have to be very careful, you know. We have to be very, 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 very careful. We have to be very careful of a minor yepese ye bunisano. We have to be careful. We have to be very careful because omano what should I say? We are not actually ruling the country well. Sometimes when Miss Chini bro for now, you don't even know how to phrase it. We are not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Inti mumiyenye very careful. Mumiyenye very, very, very careful. Yen kaho, mpenifone kaho, and ankolano asori den no. Mpenifone kaho, please share the video when they do come on board. Mpenifone kaho, and ankolano, oma sorry den no. Mpenifone kaho, ahimfuyi bi, shomukrum. Omatimi, Ashanti region there, it should have been the finest in the whole of Africa. The finest. Anka o drive us every Ashanti region. So me the ideas I have for Ashanti region. No. Anka o drive every Ashanti region. Anka Ashanti region kwan on the currency. Anka Ashanti region kwan they have their currency. Udu Kumasini, the whole of that region. That is the currency you will use just to boost the Ashanti region economy. Now, who say kingdom? We have kingdom police. And Kayen Yusu Ghana police. A part of Ghana police, but we call them kingdom police. Special kingdom police. But be a big red, special. I just say. If a year or take a course region and Kasa. Ashanti region. Teenage pregnancy, I'm not on top. Robbery, I'm not on top. Bibia, and your man be on top. And penny fire, Sheha, sir. Sheha. Other kings are doing it. Other kings are doing it for their nations. Other kings are doing it for their nations. Other people are doing it for their nations. But the question I am asking, are we confused people? It's because we don't know what we want as people. We are confused because bana be kwana Ghana ni se boy. At the same time, no say ye ku Ghana ni ye no enyanya de enso a no fro se bejeme. Banso na be command enso a no asa etwa no abedidi watem. So what do we want as people? As Ghanaians, what do we want? What do we want as people? What do we want as people? Do we want this country to progress and enjoy as any other developed country? And I say, a country where a crow, omunisa. What do we really want as people? As Ghanaians, what do we want as people? And then the question now, let's figure out what we want as people. Let's figure out what we want as people. Other African countries have done it. North Africa, the standard is as very close to European standard. You go to places like Egypt, Morocco, the standards are very close to European standard. Uko Asia dia bubu okra. See their kings have developed these countries to a different degree. Still I yakotokoto fem ye tata fem. Ya dania ba fine and you go fem. And obie san ho. Obie san ho. Obie san ho. We only think about our selfish interests. We only think about our pocket. We only think about our own families. We only think about what we can get from the nation and put it in our families. Please share the videos. That's what we think about. That is the only thing we think about. Our selfish interests. We come into government. Our priority is to loot, is to enrich ourselves, is to make sure that we have enough for ourselves and our family, to be able to drive the finest cars, to be able to have the finest of houses. Sometimes we need to ask ourselves, not everybody else around us is poor. Everybody else around us is poor. What happiness do we get out of it? What happiness do we get out of it? We take it all. We take it all. We educate all our families, our children, our grandchildren to have the best education in the world. We have all the monies. We have all the power. But everybody else around us is poor. So once everybody else around us is poor, what do we get? What is the blessing in it? One day we die and we go. We leave everything behind. We die and we go. Think about it. Think about it as a nation. Think about it as people. We have to be very careful. We have to be very, 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 very careful, because the direction I hear kono, and yet yanhwe ya yebetwaja ato omanim. Yanhwe ya ye ne ye ni niama ye no ebema sisia no youth no ma arise no mo kasa no mu didi atem. We should even be happy, say, at least, they've only a didi atem. It's only a didi atem. Let me put it that way. Sometimes combining the three. Young Nyamiasa say they haven't gone further. Nanka oma ko further, ena oma kwako ye kululu nieme bia ye ni nwe chiri, ena ochira nkwa ye beti ye o krumu ananka ye defa he. Nti asimpanifo a ye wo kro nim no, yenhwe na yenso ano. Mom yenhwe na yenso ano. Ni yembiso mo, oni nkola tifie na nkola ne nya happy. Now you realize that they're becoming very rebellious. You realize that I said, they throw you about, they have no regard and respect for you. What you need to do as an elderly person is you pull these children. You say, look, let's have a crisis meeting. This is how I will have dealt with it. Let's have a crisis meeting. And then based on that crisis meeting, I will ask the question, what is causing this? And what are your demands? What do you want to see to make sure that we work this country together and we are all happy? And we are all happy. But Uncle Banisa, they don't want to know. They don't want to know. Okasa, ni no, nobody will. You see, a year befie and answer asem befie. Na mo hye adwen nea wobu no kwasia kra wa busuani mu afi se onim nyansa na sa kola kra wo mu onim nyansa na oba na obeka bibia ode ne contribution ba membo ni ngo ka kire se onso bra beka wo de na oba na ode ne suggestion ba wi a wo say what about I give you that responsibility no wa hwe so betime deliver. This is how you guys should be dealing with this rising youth. Mosi omumbuadie, mona mosi omumbuadie. Mosi omumbuadie because they're fed up. Omu emrebian protection omu oko hospital owu owofia owu oko adwuma ma owu foreign company ba exploit no obianka bi mano. Obianka bi mano. Obianka bi mano. Obianka bi mano. We are one people. We are one nation. Mama yenhwe building Omani together. Please share the video. Yam building Omani together. One people, one nation. The polarization in Yijimu, any separation no, in Chichemu no, and also, and on a saying. In addition to that is the political alliance. As a saying, as a country, let's champion good causes for this nation. Ghana is a beautiful country. Ghana can do so much better. There are so many talented Ghanaians around the world, businessmen, intellectuals, experts across different fields that can move this country in the right direction. We shouldn't do it party boys and kwa. Unimadeno, party boy. near the national baby. No. No. That should not be the case. That should not be the case. Yembu omaisa. Yembu omaisa. Abrofuni buomo my party boys and kwa. Anko mano endu baby edono. And can do baby edono. Ministerial job, yes, I can understand. But when you move from your ministerial job, nasa mo back to other positions are below ministerial. It shouldn't be party boys and kwa. It should be everybody that qualify. Oh yeah, Ghanani. Se see a foreigner bagana, foreigner ebagana, foreigner no. I say oh to me po esen Ghanani. Foreigner si Ghana ne. Oh sika obeka kota sase akoto dan. Obeka koto store no running in Yama. Embre beyond control anything. Embre beyond control name protect Ghana. Foreigner betimia basisi ano abeseti company up. Foreigner ba ne ya himfu yi bi afa foreigners abrofo ni Chinese for ni esi omo hene e Ghana. Se me boa mo kanta me se me boa. Aye dan na Chinese ni ebedi hene wo Ghana. Aye dan na Chinese ni ano broni ye si ne hene wo Ghana. Ye man nkoso hene, ye ma wo de ben hene. Ye di omu sia na Ghana ni kwabrane am broni na Chinese ni so no na sia konkon. Oh Ghana. Oh Ghana. You here and say ya ho chere. And I a lack of vision. And am I caught this path? And am I caught this path? And yes, one you say. Omu betunom the chemical say goom. It will come to a point. Ghana, you be important so. Think about it. As a nation, important water. Think about it as a nation. A be kakra, ni be banano. You be important so as a no. Say ya hwehwe eniema no na ya nso ano now na ya stop wa. A be kakra, you be important so. A be kakra we will have no forest. Mo sora mo sa abrofo ni forest. Me ka kire mo amunim no abrofo omo wo forest esen yen. Ask yourself, say, I don't know more mundiano or muncha. I know more ban or my betomodiano. Or my mamu. Much you tramo dianamum. Chinese for or more forest, a sing. And I only. Until identity no more mundiano or muncha. Ubetimia kochana kutredia. Obeko chana akutredia. I am bra anyone. And so I'm bad, no matter try it, you know how, anyhow. Yen rosewood in oak wood, no matter try all these logs, no matter a good contain them, no matter the call. You try in Duebi, a Duabaku Timmy take be 150 years, 200 years, and send a Janana ye Dua. Now in Duana ye channel, in Yamana ye try, yes, no. Don't we know, say, all these things are living things? Those people who doesn't have so much education about living things, go and check out. India were feelings. India if you study about trees, a child will say India were feelings. They have emotions. India communicate. India boy a home buying. Na mo de musi mu be twa mo be ma Chinese fo twani nyina because of sikaki to ebia mo ntwa ni nyina ka na cases egu ye o maane so no good same thing a spirit India a spirit India there are people who abrofokra understand say India have emotions India communicate omo to say Sana only a boatifia and crime and everything, same thing. India, there were brofua, they communicate with trees. Opa, go and research, go and check YouTube videos on it. India. Ye train ye san and ye cassian. Ye train ye yan and ye cassian. Indue Cassian. Ti penny phone in I send collar. Decision, me take it decision be. I'll say, na class 5 Nikran take his decision. Cases, we are confused. Because of yene, basa. Inti because yene, I am wanya basa no. Inti we think and do things anyhow. Our thought processes in Sisiso. The thought processes in Sisiso. But let's be careful as people. Let's protect what we have. Let's come together as one and build a nation. Politics is saying, tribalism is saying, selfish interest is saying, Yendani chi, and let's have a look at our education systems again. And let's change things. Let's enshrine things that will help these children develop and help their critical thoughts and critical processes. Because at the moment, we are not doing great at all. We are not doing great. Midindi, Kofi Asante Mpare, well known as Fifi Asante Mpare. On sak 2 videos so and I be 2 kwemu baby na wa wo so ama unia na unia bi nso ahwe bi. No asua BBFM. So first time over Diaspora Studios, your page is what follow the page as well. But more than follow page, you know. There be a 10 bia you be call life, you know. Ube huni ye na wonso waba aba suabi aba bi tiebi. Yeah, that's it. Many thanks to all of you for coming this afternoon. My name is Fifi Asante Mpare or Kofi Asante Mpare. Thanks for watching Diaspora Studios and thanks for being here this afternoon. I appreciate your time, your effort, and I don't take your time for granted at all. God bless you all. Until now, hopefully we will meet again either tomorrow or over the weekends. Let's keep praying for Ohini David wherever he is, and let's pray that wisdom will rule in these matters and he will be released. Hopefully. Let's keep praying for him. And let's pray for everybody who speaks well and think well about Ghana. God bless you all. Thank you. Bye now.